What's up, everyone? Carrastealth here, and I'm here with my first attempt at a rebuild here in NBA 2K18. Now, I usually have made rebuilds in other ones, but I just never uploaded them. I kind of am a little bit more methodical than other people, so you'll probably see what I mean. I spend a little more time on what I'm gonna do. I'm just getting this draft here, putting it in, so take it easy on me if this is my real first attempt trying to upload something here. So we are doing a rebuild with the Brooklyn Nets and seeing how long it can take me to win a championship with them. Now, I'm very high on D'Angelo Russell and Caris LeVert, so I think they're going to be our 1-2 for the future, but I don't know where everything else is going to be as of yet. I do know that I do want Jeremy Lin as our sixth man, at least for now, unless a better opportunity comes up. But like I said, I'm a little bit more methodical, so I'm right now just trying to figure out what kind of team I want to build and how I want them to run it. I do know I want D'Angelo to be the primary scorer here because I think that's what he does. And I think that one of the Brooklyn Nets' biggest problems is likely their defense. So DeMar Carroll is good, but we're going to see how I decide to build this team. The only way that we're going to win with this roster early, if that's our goal, because I really don't want to tank, because we don't have to pick anyway, is that I think that our goal should be probably depth and defense. But we're going to see how that turns out. So we're going to go see. Oh, once I get used to this menu. Okay, so because we're not going to tank, so I don't need to look at the mock drafts, even though I'm kind of tempted to. But at the same time, I just want to go look at what other teams might have and what we're going to do with them because these trade finders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few trades because a lot of other people will be like, I think we're just going to tank the season, try to get some picks, but I'm going to try to go against the grain and see what kind of trades I can get. You're not getting that, even though you'll probably win Defensive Player of the Year, Drummond. But I'm going to be back in a little bit and with a trade and a pick that I like, and we'll just go from there. Okay, Tyson Chandler. This is a pick that I wanted to get, essentially. So we basically just got Tyson Chandler and we unloaded Timofey Mozgov's contract. So that's the direction that I decided that we should go with it. Nerlens Noel. I could give up Jeremy Lin, Tyler Solid, because Devin Harris would be a good backup anyway. Be a solid backup point guard, and Nerlens Noel gives us some defense, especially if we can put him at the 4. So we have Tyson Chandler at the 5, Nerlens Noel at the 4. There's our defense right there. So I think I'm gonna test to see if Nerlens Noel is better at power forward. No. Okay, good. All right, his rating goes up at power forward. Okay, so that's definitely the direction we're gonna go. Alright, so if we got Tyson Chandler, the reason I got him is because on this game, he is like a living cheat code when it comes to getting rebounds. And right now, I want us to run an offense where we're going to get up a lot of shots, but we're going to need a rebounder and we're going to have interior defense. So I'm going to check some other trades and we're going to see what I decide to go with. So once more, just enjoy the music that I don't have now, but will be playing. Alright, so I found another trade for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist for Spencer Dinwiddie for a 2020 first round pick. I intend for us to be way in the playoffs by then, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is a good defender, which leads to the mentality that I want this team to have, and I think will work best with, let me see, DeMar Carroll, Dwayne Bacon, who is a scorer. I'll take that. I'll take that definitely. Alright, so we just got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and Dwayne Bacon, got rid of DeMar Carroll. So what I'm going to try to do is that's going to be our starting lineup. Devin Harris is going to come off the bench as a sixth man. Stop trying to switch D'Angelo Russell. He is going to play the point. Okay, so I'm going to put Devin Harris as our sixth man. Caris LeVert, who I think has very good potential. I've been high on him since Michigan. I think he'd be a good three-point shooter, so we're going to have 2 3-point shooters along the wing, and we're going to have a defender at the 3 and the 4 and the 5 with some good rebounding from Tyson Chandler at the 5. So essentially my goal is I'm going to tell the coach to run a shoot-at-will offense, but my ideal is even if guys shoot at a low percentage, that we're going to have some depth coming off the bench, and other teams are just going to have a hard time dealing with it because we're going to run like a 8-9 man rotation, and because of that they're going to have a hard time keeping up with the running style. And then the defense from the 3-4-5 and the dump at the bench, I think that that might wind up working pretty well. So it's a bit unconventional because I'm not just going looking for stars in free agency like Durant or something, but I don't want to rebuild that way. I like more of a challenge, so let's see where this goes. Alright, and this is the other part that I said I was coming to. I was going to change shoot at will, play physical defense, and I think those are the only things I'm going to need to do. So my entire goal is to just have us run and gun but play defense. So let's see how that does. Oh, 7-1. Usually I'm going to go down to the Christmas and we'll see if it stays that way. Autumn. So we're going to see if it stays that way. I'm going to go down to Christmas and see how well the team does. And we're not bad. 21-11. Let's look at some of the stats and how our guys are doing. There it is. D'Angelo is beasting to start out, but Nerlens Noel is putting up 13 and 8 with some nice steals and some blocks, so that's some needed defense. Chris Levert's playing well, as I expected. Alan Crabb off the bench, good. Trevor Booker off the bench, good. Devin Harris off the bench, 10 points. We got all these people in double digits. Michael Higuera for the defense. Tyson Chandler, like I said, 9 rebounds, getting exactly what we need out here. But as you see, the idea is working because you got 8-9 people in double figures, so let's see if we can run with this to the trade deadline. I'm going to run with this to the trade deadline, and if I see a trade I like, I'm going to go with it, but I won't bore y'all with the other stuff, so see you there. Alright, and I did find one for a Marquise Spates and DJ Augustine, just getting rid of some fluff in addition to that, so let's see how it looks now. I like DJ Augustine and Marquise Spates, and I love that it's asking me to put more minutes because they're better players, but I kind of like the way we're rocking it right now. So I guess they'll just be insurance in case other people leave in free agency, because I know Nerlens Noel might. So we'll just see how that goes. So let's continue onward unless I find out something else to change. Alright, so now I didn't find anything else to change. I decided to keep the roster pretty much as it was, or the rotation pretty much as it was. So let's go down to the All-Star break. I'm just going to check and see if D'Angelo made the All-Star team. Better have. Miles Whitney putting up 25 a game. Yeah, he made the All-Star team. Okay, so that's all I needed to see for that angle. So the storyline has changed on him. So let's sim to the end of the season and see where it goes from here. But first, before I sim, I'm going to go look at, see who wants to come back, who doesn't want to come back. And Tyson Chandler, ooh, he only wants the minimum. Well, I can definitely give him that. I got no problems there. Who else wants the minimum? Sean Patrick, you doing? Not really doing much. You don't need to resign you. Devin Harris, on the other hand, putting up nearly 10 points off the bench. So yeah, I'm definitely going to resign him back, but how much money is he going to want? He's going to want the minimum too? Okay, cool. Well, you both got the minimum, and Nerlens Noel wants to test free agency. Dang. Well, I guess we can resign him. We do have cap space, and we're doing well this season, so we'll see where that leads. Okay, 17 end of the season. Let's see how this goes. Yes. Or no. What am I thinking? Okay. Alright, last game of the season. So we finished with a 45 record. Okay. 45-22. Okay, good. Lonzo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. Rudy Gay wins. Did D'Angelo win Most Improved Player, though? Defensive Player. Andre Drummond called it. CJ McCollum, well, made 28 points a game, but still, it's like, we're the Brooklyn Nets last place team, and now we're in the playoffs, so yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. I guess we'll see the direction it goes. Okay, let's sim. We're against the Cavaliers. My eyes deceiving me. Are they the 7th seed, and Boston didn't even make it? Oh my gosh, Cavaliers got beat by the Wizards, and we destroyed the Hornets. I'm probably gonna get Malik Monk in a future rebuild, but in my time saying that, we have beaten the Wizards 4-1. It's where that depth comes in handy in that defense. Alright, so the Bulls wow. I don't really know what to say here. We made the NBA Finals our first season. The freaking Brooklyn, well, this is where it's gonna end. The Thunder beat the Warriors, so yeah, they beat us game 1, beat us game 2. So we'll come back next. Well, we won game 3 and game 4. They won game 5. I'm gonna simcast this. Either way, the outcome, I'm happy with what we did. Because, I didn't expect this to make it look like they're gonna... No, we turned it around. Well, we really turned it around. Looks like we're gonna take OKC to a game 7 in our first year, just building the Brooklyn Nets with a bunch of defensive role players and this ideal Tyson Chandler with that championship mentality. Okay, I'm still flabbergasted. I need to go look at the stats here. Paul George did good. D'Angelo's. I'm still trying to guess why. We were obviously helped by Cleveland getting bounced in the first round by the Wizards, then us beating the Wizards in Boston, not even making it, and the Warriors getting beat by the Thunder. So a lot of things have helped us here that I wouldn't expect to happen if we ran another season like this in a row with the Brooklyn Nets. But we're about to take them to a game 7. But before I do that, I'm just going to show y'all what my setup is here in my league so that you can see that I don't run it on low settings or anything like that. Simulator difficulty is at 50. The only thing I lower is the morale difficulty and morale effects because they're useless, and I lowered the injuries. So pretty much only morale and injuries to download, but sim difficulty still on just like everybody else. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, we ready? Alright, here we go. Sim game. And we are blowing them out. We are blowing them out. It's like Paul George is going through a moment like that, like the reverse Gatorade commercial again. Not really, I'm a fan of Paul George, but still, we are blowing them out by 34 points. I can math. We're blowing them out by 34 points in a game 7 in OKC, if I'm thinking correctly. Wow, this build was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I do it unconventionally, but I didn't expect this kind of success, but I'm not going to complain about it. I don't have lag issues with loading. So I'll get lag when the game comes up, because I get lag issues. Hello, computer lag. My old friend. Alright. So I'm going to play this out when it stops lagging. Thank you. Okay, got D'Angelo. I'm just going to waste clock. Give it to... Well, I said pass it to Tyson Chandler, and you passed it to Booker instead. That's cool. Alright, let's see how the pick and roll works. I haven't even really played a single game yet, so I'm still getting used to this, control on the fly, essentially. So, let's see. D'Angelo, he's not going to make that, most likely. Alright, cool. But Chandler got the rebound, which is why I got you. Another 3. Let's take him in the post. See what... Okay, so offensive 3-second. But that's fine, because we're up by 34, so I'm not going to choke this lead anyway. So even though I'm completely noobing it at this gameplay right now, we're still going to win. We're going to win the NBA championship in our first freaking season. I'm going to have to do this more often. But if you want to see me come back with this team and try to repeat, then leave a comment below saying that you want to see me try. Oh, step back. And brick. Ugh. Doesn't matter though, because we're the NBA champions. So I'm going to let you see the celebration, and I'll be back at you at the end of it all.
And they've done it, the new NBA champions. Well, they did it. And as they celebrate, you can just see the relief, the exhilaration that comes with winning it all. And Clark, you have to hand it to the entire organization. They work together to get right here.
And guys, what a reward for the fan base. I mean, I know one thing. They're going to enjoy this memory for a long, long time.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.
Let's look at the game stats. Box score, D'Angelo Russell 17-12. Russell Westbrook kind of showed up. Paul George completely didn't. Let's see, Devin Harris off the bench, 16 points. Carrastealth, 15, 9, and 3. Good. Alan Crabb coming off the bench. Got these 6 men just coming off. Nerlens Noel, 13 and 13. Trevor Booker, Michael Kidd Gilchrist with 13 rebounds. Tyson Chandler, 13 rebounds. It's just a nice build. It just worked really, really well for how this team is constructed. So yeah, my earnings: NBA championship, first season of the rebuild with the Brooklyn Nets of all teams, but 20 seat and a low field goal percentage. But that's when that rebounding and shoot at will comes in handy, especially when you're dealing with a team like this. So I understand those kind of mechanics. So it worked for us because he didn't shoot the ball very well this series, but we won and we blew them out in the last game because we had options all over the court and coming off the bench, where they didn't. They had 2 stars, and when their bench came in, ours was still putting up double figures and theirs wasn't. So mathematically, we just took them out. We won. So if you want to see me try to come back with this team and try to not rebuild anymore because we're the NBA championships, but if you want to see me come back with this team and see if I can repeat or three-peat, leave a comment below. This video is already probably running a bit long because of me being methodical with how I wanted to build it, but hey, can't argue with the results. So first what am I going to do? Because I really don't know what to do. I was expecting this to be a 2 or 3 year thing, but apparently not. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the roster as it was. D'Angelo Russell, Nerlens Noel, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Trevor Booker, Alan Crabb, Caris LeVert, Ronnie Hollis Jefferson, Tyson Chandler, and Sean Kilpatrick, Maurice Spates. It's essentially how so DJ Augustine, Devin Harris, Jared Allen, Dwayne Bacon. Some guys didn't get to play, but the depth really helped us here. So once more, I'm going to show you how the lineups were set up. This is how I had them going in. You can see I had a plan in mind with how the bench was going to run, starting unit was going to run. And lastly but not leastly, last but not least, I'm going to show you the setup again that I have in my settings. You can see where everything's at. You can see exactly where the difficulties are at, where the simulator difficulties at, and stuff like that. So this is how I played the game. So enjoy. And if you want to see me come back with this team, or if you have a request below for a team you want me to try to rebuild, leave it and I'll see if I can, and I'll see about doing it and seeing if I can do it as fast as this one. Probably not, but we'll see. Alright, this is Carrastealth out. See y'all next time. Bye.